And we're live. Wow, that was like a radio announcer voice. Hello, welcome everyone to the stream. So excited to have you here. Well, as people are trickling in, I have two guests here today. Would you like to introduce yourselves? Maybe Taylor, then Becca, because that's the order you guys are on my screen.
Yeah, absolutely. Hello, everybody. My name is Tay, and I am a content creator here on YouTube. I post writing content, reading content, little library videos if you're interested in that. But I am also an indie author, and here are my two books, Venture Below and Venture Beyond. It is a YA fantasy series full of a lot of adventure, action, pirates, fugitive princess, a whole lot going on. I just finished the second draft for the third book, Venture Alone, but that is out in the ether right now, and I am working on the new second edition of Venture Below, which will come out hopefully September. Don't tell anybody I said that. And I'm working on chapter 1 of this reread. I finished the prologue yesterday, and I'm eating it up. It's everything I want it to be and more. So that's me.
Yay! Oh my gosh. Very excited for this for you, Taylor. If you don't know me, hi, I'm Becca. I also make writing videos here on YouTube. You can find me just at Becca Tobar. I am currently working on what I hope will be my debut trad pub novel. It's a 90s East Coast autumn ghost story going under the name of Glass Paradise. I don't have the fancy copy, but I do have my printed draft too. She has officially been reread, y'all. I took my notes. And yeah, very excited. I'm gonna not jump into revisions just yet. I'm gonna make a little bit of a game plan. So that's probably what I'll be doing on the stream. And I also inquire that you all show your drinks. What are you drinking for the stream?
Irish black tea with sugar and milk.
Mine is a Coke Zero, locked in every way to keep this drink cold. But it is a Coke Zero. It's 80 degrees in here, so
ooh,
I'm okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm okay.
Oh wait, I have to introduce myself.
You do.
Sorry.
You really do.
I got a massage this morning and it took away all of my brain cells. So yeah. Anyway, hi, I'm Lynn Jung. Welcome to
yes,
this is my channel. I am hosting, so you probably know who I am already. Yes, I did get my hair cut a couple weeks ago. It's short now. Whoops. And I am working on revisions for MOTHSBLOOD, which is my debut dark academia adult fantasy that's coming out from Bloomsbury in the US and Del Rey in the UK in fall 2026. And I've been sitting here and revising for the past week, and it kind of blows, but we're getting through it. We're close to the end. I finished Act 3 yesterday, so I have 2 more to go.
Oh my god. Wow. Is the self-imposed deadline still Monday?
It is no longer self-imposed. It is now fully imposed.
Oh,
okay.
So yes, it is. And it's
Monday. Right. Okay. Good to know.
Okay, I will pull up some comments. We have so many friends in chat. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, McKenna, Ian, Micah. Tia's here. Hey. CK already said hi, but hello again. Nellie, Claire. Wow, so many names. Irene. Oh, Yanni, Irene. Sorry, I'm just rapid firing. Yeah. Nicole, Daniela. I love this comment from Tia. Y'all are serving face. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Look at these gorgeous, gorgeous people that I have on today. Wow. Tay, you are the bravest. 80 degrees.
I may turn my AC on. Just wait until we sprint.
That's fair. Is there any airflow in there?
No, there really isn't right now. There's no wind or anything, and it's actually 73 outside the RV, but there's just no wind, and it's so humid, so it's just sitting. I have a fan directly on me right now, so I'm doing okay, but I need that AC, so that's gonna happen during our sprints.
Yeah. No, that's fair. Yeah, it's muggy out today. It's the worst kind of summer weather.
It is.
Okay, so I'll pull up a question. And yeah, feel free to drop questions in chat, y'all. I don't know I don't know, we'll probably just yap for a couple more minutes and then switch to a sprint, which I didn't even pull that up. But question for Lynn, you mentioned in a recent blog that you have 2 separate edit letters from your publishers. Are you writing 2 separate versions or applying both edits to one manuscript? I don't have 2 separate edit letters, but they kind of like worked together and have their own comments on my document. So my edits are very cohesive and it is just one manuscript. Yeah. I don't know if that explanation made sense. Sorry.
It was
let me pause
amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm like, well, my brain is in hell right now.
Listen,
Not
okay.
hell.
No.
Okay. Question from Micah. About to do my first zero draft as a discovery writer because fantasy is no joke. Tips, tricks, encouragement so I do not wither. If you guys want to buy me a couple seconds here.
Yeah. Tay, you want to go first? I feel like you write fantasy.
I would love to. I would say, okay, so if you're about to start your first zero draft as a discovery writer, I would say maybe have like a working living document of all your ideas and like what you want to hit and like all of the characters you have so you don't lose base with anything. And if you're like writing side characters that you don't accidentally forget about them for half of the book or something. Not that I've done that ever. I would never have done that before. But just like something to keep your toe. Like I know like some people that are discovery writers really don't want any structure, but if you just have something to kind of keep you in check and like even if you're uninspired by something, you can kind of go back to that and get inspired for something that's going on. And that's a really tough thing. But yeah, definitely I'd say go into it with the mindset of like you're there to discover the story, you're there to have fun. This is a zero draft, so like loosen the pressure on yourself for sure and accept that you may have to like kill your darlings with this draft. And like if you're a discovery writer, from my experience, like I usually have to cut a lot of stuff just from me trial and erroring. So accept that. That doesn't mean you're failing or anything like that. So
Yeah, I think the thing with zero drafts too is like you really don't want to put any pressure on them. I don't know if this is your first draft ever or if it's just like you said your first zero draft as a discovery writer. I think there's definite benefits because you can explore some threads and you can really write the scenes however you want to like give you a sense of like, oh, I wrote the scene and the character reacted this way, and then you reread it and you're like, actually, like I really wouldn't have them react that way. I would have them do it this way. So like when you do kill your darlings, I would not be so precious about it because figuring out where you don't want to go is just as important as figuring out where you do want to go. So it's all helpful. I will say, like, I feel like that process, I zero drafted the first draft of Eden, at least like the first half. And it gave me really good sense about the town. Not so much about how I wanted Act 1 and Act 2 Part 1 to be structured, but definitely like helped me understand certain things a lot better. So have fun with it.
Yeah. That's all really good advice and probably exactly what I would say too. Just like let it be a discovery, let it be a journey. You'll get something out of it, even if you can't see what that is already from like the start. Cool. Great answers,
oh
you
my
guys.
God, not Trevor in the chat. I
saw that and I was like, this cannot be. Well, we haven't seen it, Trevor. So
he left the RV. He tried to get in here, and I was like, stop. We're mid-sentence. We love the haircut, Trevor. We love the haircut.
You said you are not getting your 5 seconds of fame.
Not on my watch.
You were mid-question, and I was like, brother, no. I love that, man.
Wait, I love that I didn't even notice.
Yeah, that's okay.
To be fair, I think you were focusing on the timer.
I was. My eyes were here. They were not here.
Very true.
Hassan asks, Lynn, would you suggest breaking a short story roughly 3,000 words into acts? I know it says my name, but what do you guys think about this? Do you guys write short fiction or have you written short fiction? I actually don't know the...
I've tried. I've done it. I took a stab at a short story earlier this year and it is tough. So I don't think I'm the most sage person to ask advice from, but would love to hear your thoughts because you actually have some short works already published.
Yes. I would also say that I'm not the most sage because, like, short fiction is such a different beast. I think I really know how to like explain and analyze my process writing a novel, but every short story that I've liked that's come out of me, it's felt like magic, where I just was like, it just kind of happens. But yeah, I think there's no rules against it. So Hassan, if you feel like it is a story that could be broken up into acts in a natural way, and if it like services the story, then like, why not, right?
Yeah.
Taylor, Tiffany.
Yeah, no, 100%. I've only written. Oh, sorry, my PlayStation just turned on and spitting out.
I heard that.
Minecraft.
I heard it too. Not the PlayStation being possessed by a ghost.
It does that pretty often.
Ghost?
Anyway,
Ghost. Gamer ghost?
I've written one short story, so I also don't really have a lot of experience in it. But again, there's really no rules. You learn the rules to break them, to make them your own. So if it fits your story, girl, let it happen. Also, Trevor is back, and I think he really wants to show you guys his haircut.
I mean, yeah, I would love
to
to
the
see the
council.
haircut.
Yeah,
Let's
you
see the
better fix
haircut. Let's see the haircut.
Oh, he's got to fix it.
Haircut review. Oh no, he's got to put product in it, dude. Okay, my husband gets the same way after a haircut. He goes into the mirror and is like cross-examining it.
Yes,
He's gonna hear me because he's sitting in the living room, like on the other side. It looks great.
You like it? You like it?
Yeah, it looks good. Yeah,
It looks cute. It looks cute. It was kind of giving bowl cut before the haircut.
It was
You
very
have
much
to-
giving
Oh.
cut before the haircut.
Yeah, it was.
Mhm.
Oh, did you already do your beard? You
Yeah.
already shaved your beard? It looks great. You look great.
I lost 10 years.
You did lose 10, I hope not 10 years. That would make you a child. Granted, we're almost 30, so.
I feel better
Basically.
now.
Okay, good. Everybody's
Oh.
hyping you up. We love you. Okay, bye.
yeah, yeah. No, it looks good. It genuinely looks good. It looks
Oh my God.
professional. Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Looks better than what
Great.
I would have done, that's for sure.
it's hard to cut guy hair. Like,
It is.
it's a
I
scary.
cut my husband's hair during the pandemic, and I did the one thing he asked me not to do, which is like, don't round the corners down here. He immediately rounded the corner. He's like, okay, never do that again.
Okay.
You lost trust on that.
Oh,
no.
I mean, there was no trust to begin with. I told him what he was getting.
Oh my
Every
God.
time I offer to Alex, he's like, no. So I get that. I don't think I could, but he has like curly hair, so it hides a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
secrets. Like,
The
Mhm.
same with my husband.
I'm
Yeah.
always so worried.
Not with Trevor. If you cut the
Mhm.
wrong piece, you see a chunk missing. And I have done that before, so that's how I know. I fixed it. He went a
No
little
greater
shorter
teacher
that
than
day.
experience.
He went a little shorter. But
Everyone starts somewhere. Who knows?
yeah, like with my hair, I think I've definitely trimmed my own hair and given myself like curtain bangs, but it's so much easier, honestly. Like,
yeah.
'cause you know what you want and you have a little bit more
Mhm.
control and stuff and you know your hair. But anyway, this was
Yeah.
such a tangent and I love this for us.
It was. I mean, this is just how we are. Right?
That's so true.
100%.
Every conversation. Oh yeah. See, we got a lot of Trevor hype.
See, I hope he's seeing that. I hope he's
It
seeing
looks
that.
so good. Cute. It looks great. Both of you. Oh yeah, of course.
Aw.
Yeah, it looks wonderful. Also, Emily's here. Hi, Emily, and thank you. I also love my earrings. They were a gift
They're
from my
so
friend
cute.
JD.
Oh.
Okay. Do you guys want to write? It feels like it's that natural point
You
where
know
the chat's
what?
starting to.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it sounded like you're gonna say no.
My body's telling me
know
no.
what?
She said, actually, never mind.
Actually,
Bye,
I'm gonna leave
guys.
right now.
If I just like disappear. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh. The smoke in the air is definitely doing bad things to me.
No.
Yeah. Anyway, how long do we want to go for?
Forever.
Taylor. I'm good with a
30?
30. I'm good with
Okay.
a 30. Yeah.
I
that
like
sounds
a
great.
nice even 30 personally.
Oh, Evelyn
What?
says 60.
Evelyn.
So
Evelyn, stop.
Oh,
Evelyn, no!
CK saying 30.
Where'd it go? Okay. It's the... Okay, y'all see that it says 30, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta refresh it.
Oh, I think if you go to the light bulb.
The light bulb, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
There you go. There you
Oh.
go.
I want a theme, but like a lot of them look like AI generated art, which is ugly. So
Yeah.
like, yeah,
Cute.
that looks like AI to me. I'm seeing AI everywhere these days. I just
It's
like
really
can't trust.
hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It really bummed me out when I did my mood board for that brainstorm with me. Someone was like, "There's AI images in there." I was like, "Man, I feel like a freaking boomer. How did I miss that?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, felt like Pinterest is so inundated with it, and like for some stuff it's so hard to tell.
Mhm.
Like I use
Yeah.
a lot of like like old oil paintings and things like that.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
AI generates those really convincingly.
Mhm. I feel like a lot of mine from like even the mood board I sent you guys was from like a year or two ago. So I feel like I'm pretty
Yeah.
safe. Like I think they're real photos, but it is hard to tell.
It is. Yeah. Anyway, okay. This doesn't seem like AI at all, and I've seen it before, so let's go with this. All right, let's go ahead and start that 30-minute sprint. I hope everyone's ready.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Good luck. Have fun.
Blah, blah, blah.
Sorry, that took me a minute to find my way back. Hello everyone. Welcome back. How did all the sprinting go? How was it?
Great.
Good.
Yeah, I'm having to decipher some of the chicken scratch I left behind for myself. So, that was good. That was good.
Oh,
Oh.
I love that. I had I had to really put myself, because this is like chapter 1. I knew what needs to happen, but I wasn't seeing it fully. And it's a conversation. And so it took me a while, started working on the playlist, casual things. But it did end up coming to me. And so I ended up getting like 560 words. And I'm loving it. I'm having a great time. I'm having a great time. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
We love to see it. We love to see it. Okay, we got some new friends in chat. Oh my gosh. There's like almost 80 people in here right now.
Oh my gosh.
Hey!
Hello.
Hi everyone. Ray says casual reminder to hydrate while you work on your words. Yes.
Oh, I was.
Body breaks.
That's
Also, Joy is here. Hello, Joy.
Hi,
So
Joy.
glad to have you in chat. And we still have Tia. Kingston says hi. I just finished my important project before the stream, so I started this stupid screenplay about Vampire Santa. But that sounds iconic, like iconic in a campy way.
It does.
Yeah. I love it when people like share. Yeah, if you guys in chat want to share what you're working on, for those who are new, we just are working on our same stuff basically.
Yep.
But yeah.
We just can't get away from them, from these projects.
No. I'm so ready to be done with this book. Like, I love it. I love that it's going to be my debut, but if I have to look at this any longer, I'm gonna lose it.
You've been
I
at it
cannot
for a
wait.
while, though. Yeah.
It's a long process. Like getting a book ready for publication. My goodness. And I still feel like I haven't done like nearly enough. I still feel like there's so much more work I could do to really make this, book peak possible product, but I'm also like, is that even attainable? So
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyone else performing draft surgery? I'm transplanting elements of several chapters into an earlier chapter so I can cut them. Whoa, chat's moving really fast. Sorry.
It is.
I do this all the time. I don't know if you guys do. It's actually an interesting question, but just like taking bits and pieces from an early draft and putting it into a future one. I feel like I'm constantly in a state of doing that.
Yeah. It depends. Like from draft 1 to draft 2 of Alone, I took, I think, a little bit of the beginning and then just completely rewrote like everything. And I didn't pull, I don't think, anything back for draft 2. But with Beyond, I did a lot of that. And even now with Below, I'm pretty sure I may take some conversations and like edit the crap out of them. But I don't think I'm gonna. I don't know. Sometimes I do that, but I don't think I do that as often.
I think I did it for like 20% of draft 2 because I basically rewrote draft 2 from scratch for the most part. There's a couple scenes from the second half. For some reason, the second half of this story is so much stronger than the first, like consistently, which I'm grateful for. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I have totally done that. I feel like that's like a I call it Frankensteining, but draft surgery sounds so much more professional.
We can call it whatever we want to.
It's true.
Very true.
Oh, Hassan is crafting the shape of a Reedsy short story first act. I keep forgetting to plug this, so I'm going to do it really quickly if you guys don't mind. I'm co-hosting a Reedsy short story writing competition. It's $5 to enter. There's like 5 prompts. The overall theme is dark academia. And you can win like $250 US. And I'm going to be like looking over the top stories and judging them and picking the winner and giving like personalized feedback. So that's pretty cool. And y'all can check that out. I'll probably put it in the bio or description of this. Yeah. So that's my little plug for
That
today.
was
Is
so fun.
a chance to like, yeah, isn't it? And they do those short story competitions like every week. It's kind of wild.
Every week? Sorry, that just like clicked
that's
in my
a
Yeah,
head. Wow.
I know. I
God.
feel we're like kind of, I don't know. It's overcast here. I'm like off the massage. I'm just a little slow today.
That's okay. That's totally okay.
But yeah, every week there's a contest like that with like different prompts and stuff. And I came up with the prompts for mine, so that was really fun. I'd never done that before, honestly. Like, how often do you get the opportunity to come up with like short story prompts for a contest?
So true.
True.
Oh well, everyone's like sharing what they worked on. Thank you guys. Oh my gosh, wait, I'm so behind. Ah. Oh my gosh,
Doing
Chris is
great.
here.
You're doing great.
Hello.
Chris!
Love you, Chris. Oh my gosh.
I need to watch her newest video. Like her new office looks so
Yes.
nice.
So slay.
Yes.
Oh my god. With the like yellow chair and the green.
No, it's incredible. It suits her so well.
It does.
As if I've ever
I'm
like I know her personally. I just think it suits her so well.
well, just like the aesthetics and everything.
Yeah.
I'm like so tempted. Well, I don't live in my current house, but I have big dreams for like my future office space. I mean, wait, why did I say I don't live in my current? I don't own my home. I'm just a
You're
freeloading
doing
parasite.
so good, sweetie.
Thank you guys. It's kind of hard to host a stream. I'm used to being like a passenger princess and just like answering questions, nodding, sprinting. But it's a lot to like juggle, like talking to you guys, and I'm also like reading the chat. Maybe I never do one again.
Oh no.
No, I'm kidding.
No.
I'm kidding. To answer your question, Chris, I don't know what's the vibe. Like probably another 30-minute and then a shorter one if we do that.
Yeah. I'm here for however long you guys want.
Yeah. Yeah, I need to get through this damn revision, so.
Yeah. I'm having a great time, so.
Yeah.
I'm having a great time.
I feel like I never smile harder than when like I'm on stream with you guys, like with friends. I'm just
My
always
face
like,
hurts so bad after.
Oh.
My husband's like, you're so loud. I'm like, I'm having a good time. Leave me alone.
Sorry.
Oh. That's so wholesome. Okay. Should we go for another one? I can kind of like continue multitasking. Gertie is outlining a story they've been brainstorming for 3 years.
Wow.
Holy moly.
Whoa. I'm so glad that you got to a place where you're like happy with it though and able to write. That must be so exciting. And then that was like, I clicked on that because there's a follow-up question. How long did it take for you to brainstorm, world build, and outline your story? Because I'm wondering how long it could take me since it's my first book. I think just like anecdotally, I'm 3 books in. MOTHSBLOOD took me like 4 to 5 years to really solidify before I wrote it. And then even then, I scrapped a couple drafts before I really like found the opening I liked. And then from there, drafting was relatively quick. But it takes a while for me. I don't know about y'all.
Mine is usually like the span between brainstorming and actually doing the first draft for me is pretty short because I can't not do it. But then that means I'll usually have to go through a couple versions and a couple different outlines and drafts. And I used to say I was like strictly a pantser that became a plotter because of how in-depth this fantasy world is and all of the like layering and things I wanted to foreshadow and stuff. And it turned me into a plotter. And now I think I'm at a healthy, like, I would say 80% plotter, 20% like pantser of things and, you know, that type of stuff. But usually it's pretty short for me because I find with brainstorming, I can only brainstorm so much and I like writing it better to like find those things. But yeah.
I think for me, I think I'm kind of like Taylor. I feel like once I get the idea, I'm just so excited to start it. But I think having worked on 4 drafts at this point of different stories, like I think I did 2 of Eden, 2 of the one previously. I think I like having a beat sheet because I like having a roadmap. So I know what I'm working towards, but it gives me enough wiggle room to play around with certain things. Like if I like have a scene idea, I can test it out. I think I'm definitely going to be more of a plotter. I don't know why I couldn't think of the word. A plotter, because I think that like this draft of Eden is like much more to what I would love my first drafts to be. And this is the one where I really like fleshed out my outline, and like I had chapter by chapter, but I didn't follow it necessarily. It was just kind of like a, okay, these are some of the ideas. If they shift around, that's okay. So I'm pretty flexible.
Nice, yeah.
But in terms of how long it could take, since it's your first book, I wouldn't put that kind of pressure on yourself if it's your first book. Like you'll find out like what times to write work best for you, if you can stick to something to like a routine, or if you need to just squeeze it in when you can. Like go in with no misconceptions. And then it's also like writing is like a muscle. Like you might start with like a 30-minute session and only do like 200 words, like, and then like you just get kind of faster or slower depending on how you feel. So just take it easy.
Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, regardless of how the final book turns out, your first time is really a time for you to explore and just figure out what works for you. And
Yeah.
I mean, like anything in life, right? Just don't put too much pressure on the end product. Just focus on learning about the craft and having a good time and finally getting the story that's been like living with you out on page. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's meant to be fun. Challenging,
It
but
is.
fun.
It is.
Especially your first time.
Mhm.
Like I feel like especially.
Yeah. I think that's why a lot of people start out in fan fiction and they become like, I don't know, it just seems like such a, I wasn't really a big fanfic writer, but it's such a fun space, and like it seems like outline and brainstorm a little bit less because there's that pre-existing framework too. So it's such a good outlet to just write. Okay, shall we go?
I think
Let's
so.
do it.
All
I
right,
think so. I'm ready to lock
another 30. Yes, yeah. Okay, we love to see it. Let's go. Okay, loud.
Oh, wow.
Feel like the locked in energy emanating from you guys.
I was
I'm trying.
in it. You guys, I was.
All right. Tell us how it went.
Let me get a word count. We got 682 words.
Oh.
And I'm pretty
Very
sure I've either finished this chapter. I have to decide. Maybe I'll make it a little longer because there's an unexpected thing just happened and I'm eating it up and living for it. And I think it was great. And I'm having a good time. I'm so locked in. I'm obsessed. Like now it's like I just want to keep writing because I want to see what happens, even though I'm dictating that. But you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the best feeling. Wait, that's so exciting. I love that.
I'm having a great time.
Honestly, seeing you go from crashing out about possibly having to rewrite this to being so excited about rewriting it is the kind of growth I like to see.
Yes.
I'm so good.
I agree
I'm
with
having a
Becca.
great time. Yeah.
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 Can we get some
Um,
shout outs for Taylor in the chat? Sorry, go ahead, Becca. Oh my god.
Yeah. No, I think I figured out how to restructure my act 3. Or not my act 3, my act 1. My act 1. So feeling good. I feel that's so sweet. Sorry, I was just reading Lena's comment.
Yeah. Lena said, "Girls, I feel so comfortable with you. You turned my hard day into something incredible." That's so sweet.
Wow.
Kingston is glad you finished. Oh, okay. We have a question. Oh, I had a couple other questions I starred, so I've
Very
learned
cool.
to use that system.
It's
I'm
so
so proud of
helpful.
myself.
I do have to leave in like 9 minutes. Like
that is
probably less
totally
than that.
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Becca and I are gonna stay on probably for one more short one, if that's okay with
Yeah.
you, Becca.
Sounds
Okay.
great.
I'll probably dip
Taylor has
now
to do-
so I can get ready to go. So,
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Okay, well everyone say bye to Taylor.
this was so much fun. I had a great time. Thank you for having me. I love you guys.
Course. Everyone go follow
to you
her
guys later.
channel if you don't already. It is linked below.
Oh,
Love you. Talk to you soon.
I love you. Bye, guys. Good
Bye.
luck.
Everything. Bye.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Whoa. I've just got a tickle in my throat. Now that we're alone, we have some questions.
Just
from
the
chat.
2 of us.
I feel like there's always a sprint stream going on somewhere in AuthorTube land now. So
I feel like especially in the summer too. I feel like now that everyone's kind of out of their slumps, there's definitely a lot more sprints going on.
Seasonal depression, who is she?
Correct.
Personally, I try to do like one a month, but we'll see because I have a very crazy life.
You do.
Then we have a question for everyone. What's something you wrote or edited recently that made you proud of your work?
Ask an author or a writer.
I know.
What do you like about yourself?
It's like,
I guess I recently went through like my Dark Night of the Soul for my reread for draft 2, and I think I was pretty proud of. I still think it lacks a little depth, but I was really proud of the way I think I navigated some very dark thoughts for my character, like some very like self-harm, like sort of like feelings of self-worth. And I'm always really like hesitant to approach those things in writing because I never want to seem like I'm coming off one way or the other. Like I want it to be like that character's experience. And when I was reading it back, I was like really nervous to read it back because I'm like, oh, this is gonna be not that great because it was draft 2. And I was pretty proud that it was a little bit better than I thought it would be. So that was nice.
Yeah. That's like one of my favorite beats usually is the Dark Night of the Soul. Before everything picks up again. For me, I hate moths right now. I'm in a phase where I hate moths. But recently, I was on Sierra D. Hale's channel, and we did like a random prompt generation, and I like literally wrote like my screen was shared, like everything was exposed. I brainstormed for 5, wrote for 20, and I feel like I was able to pull out like a pretty compelling piece for that amount of time. And it
Ooh.
was a really fun experiment, and it was different from what I've been doing every day with this revision. So I was pretty happy that I still, got the sauce. I can still draft. It's still in there. I'll get back to her eventually.
I feel like it must be so tough when you spend like now that I'm in the process of this and you've had so much more time like actually like writing and going through I think the steps of this, it's like you really spend so little time writing. It really is so much like revising and editing. I feel
Mhm.
like I'm gonna miss. I already miss drafting so much.
Yeah.
So
I'm kind of like I'm wishy-washy on drafting, but I've been revising for so long that like, do I even remember what drafting was like? I mean, like,
wishy.
I do genuinely enjoy revision. I think I like the outcome a lot more, where it's like you draft and
Mhm.
you're like, oh, what is this? I spent so much time on this, but then you revise and you're like, okay, that's actually more story shaped, but it is so
Yes.
repetitive and so like time intensive and nitpicky, and you have to like read the same thing over and over and over again.
Mhm.
Um, and yeah, I don't know. It's a lot. Oh, and then the other question was from Joy. What's the element of a new story or book that usually comes first to you or gets you the most excited to start diving deeper into the process? Or what's the bait?
Ooh.
That's a good question. Joy always has good questions.
Joy has great questions. Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. I feel like with the next project that I want to tackle, it's very much the how do I the vibe? Like I think like the early 2000s, like it's a little grittier. It's different than something I've usually done. If it's something like vastly different than the project I'm currently working on, that's usually like the first thread that I start to follow. And then I start compounding it with like, ooh, well, what themes could I explore? Like, what would the characters
Mm,
look like? So I feel like that's at least right now, that's kind of what's enticing me for my next project. And I'm fighting shiny new idea syndrome like so hard right now. So hard.
yeah.
Um, Project Blue lives in like the back of my head. Like I'm listening to that playlist like more and more actually, and like just thinking about it more and more. And I think I have a good vibe for that. So that's what's enticing me right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, I mean, it has such good vibes. Just from what I've seen, I'm so stoked for Project Blue. And I can totally understand the like lure of like, well, I just want to work on this because it's so cool. But the marination stage is so important.
Yes.
Um, for me, I think it really depends. Like every book is a little bit of a different journey for me. Usually I'll say it's like the characters, I think, probably most of the time.
Mhm.
But I don't know if that's the initial thing or just the thing I like end up focusing on the most as I'm in the brainstorming process. For Crips though, it's actually less the characters and it is more of like I'm able to write in or I'm like trying to write, pushing myself to write in this really like almost old-timey like gothic literature
Oh, I
voice.
love
And
that.
I love the stretch of it, the exercise of it, how it's just
Yeah.
so different from what I've written before. Like Moths is very much it has modern gothic elements, but there's just something about that like pseudo 19th century kind of like writing style that is really getting me excited.
Can I also just say, so I'm trying to make my way through some of the classics, especially like more of the horror. So I just read Carmilla. Last year I read Dracula.
Yeah.
I am part of the way through Frankenstein. Um And there is something to be said. This might not be the exact range that you're going for, but there is something to be said about writing in that style. And as a reader, I feel like it forces you to slow down and like
Mhm.
pay attention a little bit more. Um, if you need someone to read Crips, I'm just kindly extending my hand, but I can't wait for you to jump back into that one. It sounds so great.
Yes, I'm excited for it. I think the outline too, like the plot is probably the most solid plot I've come up with prior to drafting, just because I'm like, I with mods, I had to figure so much stuff out after I drafted it that I was like, what did I
Mm,
even outline this book? Like
yeah.
what have I done to myself? But yeah, I think Crips is gonna be like a really nice blend of commercial and literary with the writing style and the characters and everything. So yeah, excited for that. Thank you for the question, Joy. Um, okay. What are some signals or ways you verify that your ending has enough payoff? Struggling to know if my ending hits the way I want it to. This is also a really good question. From Sarah.
Mhm. I'm gonna be so honest. I'm struggling with this right now. I will say one of the things I have identified is that I don't think that the scenes that I've laid down have enough cause and effect or consequence to justify the emotional punch that I want it to have. Like for me
Mm,
right now, it feels very much so like I'm telling the scenes because that's what I did with draft 2, to be completely honest. Like I knew that's something that I did. Um and now I have to go back and be like, okay, well, like what's like the heart of what I'm actually trying to tell here? What is the decision that my character is making to justify the emotional like payoff that I want it to have later on? And I'm still very new at it. But that is the approach that I'm taking right now of like, okay, are my stakes set up in the scenes earlier to justify the emotional payoff that I want to have right now?
that is such a fantastic way to put it. And I feel like the fact that, you just said you were struggling with it, that means you've analyzed it, like that kind of issue. And
Mhm.
yeah, that was such a good answer. Yeah,
Thank
I
you.
think it like really it is all about like that cause and effect and consequences. And thinking about how like the previous conflicts, like those micro conflicts that have kind of occurred up until this point, how those are all affecting the ending, like all of those threads. You need to keep track of them to somehow. I don't know how, but you have to really like understand how they weave together and affect each other. I mean, easier said than done, and I'm not articulating it nearly as well as Becca, but
Yeah.
it's a big ask, and it's a huge task to really tie up all those loose ends in an
I will
effective
also
way.
say too that like I have made a decision with the ending of Eden that I don't know if people are going to agree with. Um
Mm,
and
controversial.
I think it comes down to the way I present two of the female characters that I have.
Oh,
So, Lynn, when you read it, you're going to have to let me know what you think.
yeah. I feel like I love a controversial ending. Like,
Mhm.
I'll read a book and be like, "Wow, that ending was so good," and go to the Goodreads reviews, and they'll be like, "That ending was trash, like, it wasn't a happy end," or whatever, and I'm always like, "Oh."
Yeah.
My tastes run a
Oh,
little but I don't know. I think I'll like it. Just say.
let's see. Let's see.
This is an interesting question from Vic. Have either of you tried writing in a different language than your native? Um, so English is like technically not my first language. I grew up speaking a
Same.
mix. Yeah, wait, that's right. So we're both kind of, but I mean, like I grew up speaking English. I was a late reader, late writer, but like those were
Mhm.
kind of, you know,
Mhm.
started doing that at an early age. Mods has bits of French and bits of Korean in it, so there's that as well. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I think my experience is what I'm trying to say. My experience writing in English are going to be very different from someone who is picking up English as a second language as an adult or
Mhm.
like later in life. But
Mhm.
yeah.
I have not. I think I always feel a little ashamed about this because I was like born and raised in Puerto Rico. So like Spanish was my first language. I learned English through Barney, the dinosaur. That's where my dinosaur lore really started, if I'm
With
being so
Barney?
honest. It was with
Oh.
Barney. I think Baby Bop was like my favorite. She was a little Triceratops. Anyway, I'm getting
Yeah.
side. But I lost a lot of the ability to write in Spanish. I can understand it and I can read it. And I think also Spanish is one of those things where in writing, I'm almost always very cognizant of the fact that sometimes it can sound a little cheesy because I feel like people like just cherry pick certain Spanish phrases to put into a book sometimes to make it a little bit more culturally or ethnically diverse. So
Yeah.
the last book that I worked on, the main character, she was Mexican American. So I had to work on like putting in a lot of Spanish, but it was still fully in English. So that was like not quite the same, but so I've kind of.
Yeah. Okay. My attention like hooked on you saying that you're like ashamed of having lost a lot of Spanish, but as someone who's like functionally illiterate in my like motherland, my heritage language, and also someone who's like certifying in, ESL education, it's literally like not something that you should be ashamed of or that I should be ashamed of as someone who struggled with the same emotions because for so freaking long this country has been so hostile and like even though English is not our official language, the United States does not have an official language. There's been so many policies to try to like enforce English only education and really just erase heritage speaking of other languages. So that's something I've tried to like uncouple in my brain. Sorry if I'm preaching to the choir, which I know I am.
No, listen. I won't harp on it too long either, but I think it's something like honestly, like cultural identity is something I've always struggled with because if anyone looks at me, I just look white. Like I don't think I look very Hispanic. People are always like, "Oh my god, you speak Spanish?" Say something like I'm a freaking monkey on show. But it is really difficult. I think I've always kind of just grappled with like cultural identity as a whole.
Yeah.
And then the way that language kind of feeds into that. Is that something I'm exploring in Project Blue? Absolutely, because what better way to work through my trauma?
Real. Every book, I'm like, my therapist can never read anything I write because it's like too revealing. But a stranger can.
Yeah. I'm like, this is like not quite self-fiction. Like, this isn't my diary or anything, but I'm like, there's nuggets of me and Peter that I'm like, if someone says like, oh God, I'm like, oh, okay.
No,
valid.
we love Peter here. I put a lot into Lark, but I also made her like actively a bad person and people like her anyway. So you know what? Just be your worst self is the lesson I learned from that.
People will love you anyway.
Okay. I feel I have to clarify because like once this book comes out and people see me on camera saying I'm like her. No, I'm not. We're very different, but she has pieces of me that are very self-destructive sometimes. Just clarifying that I am not, at least I hope not this bad of a person.
Yeah. No, you are not nearly
our main character's crimes.
Oh my god.
Oh well, yeah, we've got support in chat.
Oh my goodness.
How much am I missing here? Like it's moving so quickly. Sorry guys.
You are good. No. You are doing such a great job.
Thank you. I needed that.
Yeah.
Okay, some questions and then I'll probably just get through this last batch of questions and we can jump into our next sprint. I mean, my question for chat and for you, Becca, is like how much longer would you want to do? Or what length of time sounds good?
I'm good with like a 15 to 20.
Yeah, I think 15 is good for me.
Yeah. Evelyn.
What?
120. She put
120. Evelyn, no. Okay, I'm very new to Evelyn's channel and stuff because I caught a stream, I think with Taylor. I've seen so many streams this week. I can't remember. But her energy is so kind and so, but also there's this like chaos of let's do
Yes.
us 120 minutes for it.
100%. I will also say I did message Evelyn after that stream to just like introduce myself. And she has inspired me to try OBS for streaming. So now I feel like such a granny in like the OBS software trying to figure out how to make like cute stream backgrounds and like scenes. And so if you catch me on a live stream later and it looks different, it's because I'm trying something new.
What's
It just looks so
OBS?
cute. It's like okay, so you know how StreamYard is like a streaming service?
Oh, okay. It's a different streaming service.
Mm-hmm. I
Oh.
think the software itself is free. And then you can just like and I think you can even stream in HD
For
instead of
free?
having StreamYard charge you.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because I'm streaming at 720 pixels
Same. Mhm, mhm,
every
mhm.
day.
I want all of you guys to see my rosacea.
Sorry. That got me.
Okay.
That got me good.
Oh my god. No, it's great. It's good.
Sorry, I'm skipping through a lot, but everyone's comments on language mean a lot, and we are seeing them.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, it's written really bad. I learned this in school. I didn't even know, like in my grad program, I didn't even realize it, but California had like an English only thing that for until like the early 2000s. I'm so bad with dates, and that actually affected me because I was like, my parents were told by admin to only speak English at home, to not teach me Korean, which is a crime and a violation. Like, what the
Yeah.
heck? But yeah. And I got held back a year.
Oh my god. Okay, fun fact, I actually taught my mom English. I picked it up really quickly because we moved to Florida when I was like 5. And
Oh, yeah,
I
that's fun.
and my PE teacher was Puerto Rican and he was basically like at my side basically that first week of school. I came home with like phonics charts for my mom to like teach her because she was born and raised in Puerto Rico. My dad had lived in California even though his parents lived in Puerto Rico. And that's a whole other struggle because I felt like I was so hard on my mom growing up about language because she had a very thick accent and she was always obviously like, well, the Midwesterner just kind of came out. Accent? Okay. Anyway, sorry.
It's okay. It happens to me too, and I'm not even from here. So like
I'm not
I don't
from
know
here
why
either.
I'm saying ope.
Oh, it rubs off on you. Anyway, yes, I
does.
feel really bad. I made my mom feel bad because she would have an accent or not say things right, and I'd have my friends.
Yeah.
I was a little shit, man. I was a little shit for a minute there, and I'm like, but I digress.
No, I totally feel that. I think me and my brother both had phases where we'd be like, dude, it's not pronounced that way, and like we try to police our parents' accents because both of my parents are from Korea. They, you know, are working professionals, so they had to learn like really good English but still have an accent. And it's just something that like you go through, and as a kid, you know, you're just a kid. You don't know any better, and you're just absorbing this like craziness of US culture that is very just inherently xenophobic. Which for a country of immigrants has never made sense to me, but
I mean, there's never more pertinent a time to bring that up than now. Not that we have to talk
yeah.
about that, but yeah, no, that's crazy behavior.
It's just insanely hypocritical. It's just goes against everything that they preach about, you know, the actual good values, which I think there are good US values, but yeah, we won't get into it. We've unpacked this a couple times this week already. But anyway, not the Midwesterner out. It's an actual. Have you ever seen Fargo? Like the show Fargo or the movie Fargo?
No, I have not, but I've heard that it's like, what do you want to say? You tell me, actually.
I mean, I like watched the film, like the original movie, and then I became obsessed with it. This is like all this month. This all happened in May. And then I watched the first season of the show, and I feel like my Midwestern slips got so much worse because like they all are like, I can't even do it. I can't like do it on command, but like the accent is so exaggerated.
No, it's There's times where I literally sound like I came from Milwaukee. I do it to my husband because he hates it. And then I just like I start doing it as a joke and then it just becomes part of my personality. I was like,
Yes, I
literally?
was doing it as a joke to like heckle my partner. And I was like, wait, this is actually what I'm starting to sound like.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
100%.
Where did the Valley Girl go? Where did my like cute tan beachy Santa Barbara where is she?
When my husband catches himself doing it, because he is like a lifelong Californian and Mexican American, he's just like, I have to get back. We gotta go. I can't
We
stay
gotta
here
return.
anymore."
We have to return to California. I can't be sounding like that. Oh my gosh. I love a Midwestern accent though. Like
Yes,
I know
just
a couple
not on me.
people with a very strong one. Exactly. And I'm like, that is so cute for you. Like just not for me. Okay, we gotta focus up.
We do. Okay.
The tangents. All right, 15 we said.
Sounds good.
What the heck? No. Sorry, give me 1 second.
You're good.
Everyone, look away.
Look away. Hey,
Don't
so
look.
you guys, Lynn is amazing. Did you know she streams professionally? You wouldn't think, but she's just having a rough day. No, just kidding. I'm like trying to like distract
Great
everybody.
distraction. I probably should have like done it first and then pulled it up, but no, I wanted everyone to see.
This is
Also,
real life.
Anna's here. Hi, Anna.
Hi. Oh my god.
Okay. Shall we begin? Is everyone ready?
Let's do it.
Let's get it. Okay, we're back. How'd that go for you, Becca?
Think I outlined my chapter 3, which is going to have to be a bit of a. Speaking of draft surgery, I think I'm going to have to use like an old scene and a new scene. So, but it's good. It went good.
Yeah.
How did
Same
you
here.
do?
I'm about halfway through Act 4, which is, I think, a good place to be before my little break. Because yeah, after the stream, I'm gonna keep writing, but I need to walk around and like move my body and stuff. Because we've been here for 2 hours. Can you freaking believe that?
I know. I had to put my standing desk up the last sprint because I'm just like, I need to stand.
Yeah. I hope it went well for everyone else in chat. Honestly, I'm ready to go. But
yeah.
if anyone has any burning questions, please let us know. We'll try to answer them. Thank you so much to everyone who came on, and I hope you all were able to get some good stuff done. Becca, I'm glad you're able to make progress in your notes, and I'm so excited for your book. Just like unbelievably excited.
It's so funny. Like, I really do need outside opinion. Like, I feel like I'm too close to it because I'm just, when you make something up that's like your own, you're just like, this is so silly.
Yeah.
So
Well,
excited for you to read it. Yes.
Rubbing my hands in anticipation. Okay, well, thank you, everyone. Goodbye. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And thank you again to Becca, and a belated thanks to Taylor for co-hosting today. Please check out their channels below. They're linked in the description box. I'm sure all of you already follow these two, but if you don't and you like AuthorTube content. Oh, we got a question from Blackbird real quick. Do you have supportive partners who read, and how does that help with your work? Does your husband read your stuff?
He is not a big reader, but he loves, like, literally today he's like, can we go through your story beat by beat? Like, we can get like the post-its out. Yeah, no, he loves to brainstorm with me, but actually reading it, he's like, no, I'm good. Thank you. I get the gist.
That's so cute though. So mine is very supportive in like literally every way possible. Also not a big reader. He likes audiobooks. And he likes fantasy stuff, but I feel like the fantasy I write and the stuff he likes, like Tolkien-esque, are very different. But he has a degree in film, so like I'm able to talk through all this.
That is so cool. I didn't know that.
That's why we met out in LA.
Such an LA romance, the writer and the filmmaker. That's so cute.
Oh, wait. Oh, God. That's so true. And we both, well, I guess I still write, but neither of us wanted to do anything with that industry. I actually wanted to be an actress when I was younger. Like, I was really dead set on it.
Listen, I wanted to be a singer, like a legit like pop star. So,
oh my gosh, I can see it.
Here we are.
But yeah, so I'll do brainstorming stuff sometimes, but nothing as intense as like writing out the post-it. That's so cute. That's adorable.
He loves it. The man loves to plan. What can I say?
CK said, "May this love find me."
He's a cutie.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, can see both those careers for both of you. Yeah. Maybe there's an alternate version of me that like I don't even know. Like indie. I think I would do like indie horror movies.
Indie. I feel like you would be an A24 starlet. Just like 100%.
Best freaking compliment I've ever heard. Yeah. Okay. Well, have a good day, everyone. Thank you for coming.
Bye. Take care of yourselves.